Well, this is not a bad car to show up to. Check out this E46 with the Dyson exhaust. Ooh, it sounds so good. Just two Autobahn monsters right here. We got the S-Type, non-R, and an E46 M3. On today's episode of Watch Jericho, we are here at the Car Ninja's German Motor Works here in Wichita, Kansas with my 03 Jag S-Type. And today, we're gonna try to make it safe to drive. Right now, it's a little all over the place. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Jericho, and today, like I said, I'm over here at Johnny's with my Jag in hopes of making it drive down the road straight. Right now, it's a little crazy because, as we saw in the inspection, the tie rod ends are simply gone. And it twitches back and forth when you move the wheel way too much, which is kind of dangerous at high speeds. So we've got a bunch of parts in the back. We're gonna get those out, jump in here, and start sorting out the Jag. So we have engine mounts, transmission mount. I think these are the tie rod ends, and these are the rear tie rod ends and other random suspension parts, possibly sway bar end links. That should help out quite a bit too. Look at that. I didn't put the new air filter in that I've got sitting there. And I think while we're here, we'll get an oil change knocked out on this as well. There's a filter hanging right out in the middle. First things first, we gotta get this car set up for the alignment rack, which means it needs to roll forward. And unfortunately, every time you shut this car off, it sets its own parking brake, which just drives me nuts. There must be like a service mode or something so you can leave the brake off. We're gonna jump right in here and try to get these rear tie rods changed as fast as possible. So we're just gonna go ahead and yank off both back wheels. The car's already in there in just seconds. Gotta love the alignment lift for that. So this should take care of everything else in just seconds. Here we go. Of course, we start out with one lug nut that was already destroyed and the socket won't actually seat on it. So we're gonna have to pry off the beauty cap there and go one size down to get that off. I wanna take a second to show you guys just how bad these back tie rods are. If you can see, tie rod's right there. That's how much that wheel's moving. It's a 1/4 inch. That is insane. Here's the rear view of the same thing. It's tough to see, but moves all over the place. Look guys, I didn't bribe this car. I don't know what's going on with it at all. All I know is every bolt in the suspension is completely rusted out. All the bushings are shot, but every bolt's coming off. Look at this. This is a bolt that just came out of the suspension. It looks brand new. All right, I'm super pumped about that. It looks like we already have this tie rod out in just moments. So, of course, one of those lug nuts was trash. I gotta get that off there. Then hopefully we can repeat this feat on the other side. While we're over here, we also have to do the sway bar end links. We've got nice new Moog ones for that as well. These look much better than what's coming off of this car. This stuff is trash. Well, you can't win them all, and I was making great progress. I had the bottom of the sway bar and link off. I moved to the top, and there's a 7 that you use to back up the bolt on that, and it stripped out immediately. So now we have vice grips and a wrench, and I'm working that thing off of there. I'm getting close, probably 10 more turns, and we should have the sway bar and link on the passenger side all wrapped up. Time for a quick update. The passenger side is all back together and the driver's side is halfway apart and back together. So we'll slide up under here and you guys can see the new tie rod all in place. And I tried to get these as close as I could to the old ones. So hopefully they don't need too much work once we get it actually on the alignment rack here. And now I'm just ready to swap out this sway bar here. Shouldn't take too much longer. All this has to be done by hand though, because it's incredibly hard to fit any power tools into these spaces. Hey, these Moog ones, they add grease zerks, so that's kind of nice. There's also crazy caps that sit on these nuts up here that actually lock onto the sway bar. Kind of nice because it keeps dirt out of that top bolt. All right, back to it. All right, amazingly, the tie rods came right out of the front end of this thing, no problem. I do think these things are original, and you can see just how bad they are. They're flopping around, and obviously we know how much play was in them before. So we're gonna go ahead and count these. It's the get it close method if you don't have an alignment machine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll call that 20. I thought I had it started. Okay, it's started, so we'll call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so that is what they call the poor man's alignment there. It'll get it close, it won't get it right. So clean up our hole here and let's go ahead and set this thing on. Not a bad time. We got both the front tie rods done in less than 5 minutes. So put everything back together here in just a moment. It'll really just take a couple of moments to get this all back together, and then we'll align it and be home free. The factory bolts were 18s. It looks like the new ones are 19s. Well, that was the fastest tie rod change I've ever been a part of. These things are on and ready to be aligned. So this looks a lot better. We shouldn't have any more play in the front wheels. Check it out. Let's see if we can get this thing to drive straight. Man, the rear is still nasty, that's for sure. That is after us aligning everything, and Johnny and I were working at the same time to run both tie rods in and out.
But it's time to go home. So.
Yeah, it's time to, definitely time to quit.
It needs to be realigned.
Yeah, well, I think it's the LCAs. I think the LCA bushings are shot, and as we were changing the alignment, it was just moving the whole wheel.
I think we can do it though.
Maybe just force it.
Maybe tomorrow.
Okay. All right. At least
front
the front looks great. The rear is just angry. It's still better than it was, man, because you saw the wheels were just flopping around as. Well, let me get this thing out of here. We got a lot of stuff to pack up. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
That is an insane pile of trash. Everything that came off the car today, and it's a lot better, I'm sure. So. Let's get this thing on the ground and take it out for a drive. And just like that, we are back home with the Jag, and it is much better. Now, we are gonna probably touch up that back alignment a little bit more. There is some more work we could do, obviously. You could see on the display it was 0.5 off on each side, but whenever we adjusted it, it just kept being 0.5 off. So we're gonna try to work that out, and hopefully we can get it nailed. It's already way better, I can tell you from just driving it for a minute, but tomorrow I had to go back anyway because we ran out of time to get the oil changed. Everything else was already wrapped up. So the Jag is doing better, but it can still be better yet. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjargo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. In yesterday's comments, a lot of people were asking where I had been for the last few days. And yes, I was on a little mini vacation. I went to Barrett-Jackson in Scottsdale, hung out with Hoovie, met a bunch of you guys. It was great seeing all of you. And I do have a bunch of little videos from Barrett-Jackson I'll be posting on like Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. They're just kind of different cars that I really liked. And I'll throw maybe a few clips right here. This might be the coolest thing here. Basically a 53-foot semi. Look at this, full bar, full seating in the front, and then upstairs seating and a lounge in the back. This is crazy. Epic. We're out here doing the TRX experience with a Dodd. Apparently we have to go on a little drive here out to kind of the desert, and they've got some jump spill where we're gonna have some fun here. So look at all these TRXs. It's a sea of them.
So it's a little hidden, so it's a surprise we're gonna show you.
Oh, perfect.
We're gonna show you what 702 horsepower beat up suspension can do.
You guys know I love driving these things. It's an amazing truck. Just the entrance is pretty awesome, I gotta say.
We'll let that truck go, and I'm gonna show you what it does real quick. You guys ready?
Ready?
Here we go. articulation here. 27 degrees.
27 degrees. Hit 3 jumps. This is the best ride ever. Oh, that's amazing.
So that right there, gentlemen, that's about 4 to 5 feet of air.
Yep.
Welcome to TRX Airlines.
This is a great flight. Thanks, Captain.
I know.
Hiding out in the back corner here at Barrett-Jackson is this insane Ring Brothers build. Where's all the people? Where are the crowds? Earlier, there were so many people around this car you couldn't get within 20 foot, but then they went and hit it. And I have found the secret gem. Absolutely amazing. You guys know the Ring Brothers quality, every single piece, custom built, CNC'd out. It is out of control. Giant Goodyear Eagle tires, carbon everything, and the interior 100% custom made carbon fiber everything, from the seats to the dash, CNC switches, shifter, everything is just flawless. I definitely think this might be the coolest car at all of Barrett-Jackson, and I wish I would have seen it run across the auction block. Beautiful. They just know how to get it done.